Wow, and you know, this time I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure who was who this time. Kind of unusual first name. So we have a band control on the left versus a blue-white-red control on the right. This blue-white-red control deck played by Kallas. This one's a little unusual. It has Chandra the Firebrand in it. It has Sphinx's Revelation 3 of. Main deck Feeling of Dread, just as a defensive measure alone.
Priest won the first game, and you are reading that correctly. 1-0 he's currently up with about, we'll make sure that the clock is correct for this round, but yeah, with only 11 minutes left in the round, Ambrocio's got to be, the best he can do is a draw here.
Right.
Both players are undefeated, both players 4-0. So yeah, there's no real, the win con from Priest's deck is almost non-existent. He has 2 Devils plays.
Yeah, that's pretty much
2
it.
Chandras.
He's going to beat down with Snapcaster and Devil's Play. Maybe a Tameo Ultimate or a Jace Ultimate, something like that.
Yeah, his deck's got to be good game 1, because when he wins, he's probably winning 1-0 a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It looks like Ambrocio's on the mulligan. We'll confirm there.
And this is post-board, so Priest will probably have Entreat the Angels. He'll have Negate, Dissipate, more Supreme Verdicts if he wants them. Ambrosio, on the other hand, probably Geist of St. Traft, maybe
certainly Geist.
Sigarda, Host of Herons. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so sorry, Ambrocio's up a game. So very sorry about that. So Priest is the one who's gonna have to try to win quickly. That seems almost impossible.
Yeah, he's gonna. It's downright impossible for him to win 2. More possible for him to win 1.
Winning 1 will be hard for him, actually.
Yeah.
So Ambrocio's going to 5, it looks like.
Ambrocio taking a knee, going to 5.
I mean, Priest can't win quickly. Doesn't matter.
No, I don't think it does.
Ambrocio's got game 1, and that can't be understated how important that is when you look at Priest's deck. Like, he just can't win 2 games in 10 minutes.
No. His plan's going to be to hit his 1 Entreat the Angels on the right turn. That's how he's going to win a game in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And we'll see if he increases his speed of play here at all. Oh wow,
No
Ambrocio
land for
kept a 1
Ambrocio.
lander.
Priest going very quickly, shocking himself. Steam Vents into play, saying go. Syncopate drawn for Ambrosio. Farseek will get Is It Charmed countered.
Sure. Setting up a nice Snapcaster Is It Charmed for the next turn. Because he has to get that clock into play.
The hand, he's going to play Jace.
Jace is good too.
And mini Factor Fiction, Chandra, Geist, Is It Charmed. I think he wants to pile with the Geist.
Yeah. You know, as strange as it is, I might have just started upping that Jace, like really hard upping that Jace to try and cast an Angel Serenity for free, because how else are you going to win in this amount of time?
I mean, maybe. That's still so ambitious.
It is.
Ambrosio is going to shock himself, and I think he's going to Detention Sphere the Jace. He's just got to make sure he can deal with Geist of St. Traft, so he has no plays there. Clearly holding up a counter spell. Gonna burn away the Jace.
Wow.
Feeling of Dread. Land. I don't know if I like doing that with the Jace there. That's a little.
No, I don't like that either.
I mean, I like what he's trying to do. He's trying to put this game going as quick as possible. But he doesn't know the Geist here looks like it's going to be countered. Syncopates it for 2. He'll pay the 2.
Yeah, that seems like a good play. I would pay the 2 there.
Did he not have the Dissipate? I believe he did.
I think he did. I think he felt that the Syncopate was a hard counter no matter what. I think he slipped up a little bit there, and is going to find himself at 1-1 with 5 minutes left, it looks like.
Oh, he does not have a second blue. That would be why he can't do it. That's not... Alright. Apologies there. That makes a lot more sense. I misread one of the lands. Alright, so... Priest swings in, knocks Ambrocio down to 12. And he's got plenty of action here. He's probably just going to keep passing the turn. Ambrosio hits his... There we go. There's the second blue he's looking for. Can he stop Geist, or are we going to actually get a game 3 here?
I think we are.
It's going to pass the turn.
Kallas has a Feeling of Dread, too.
Right. It should be very hard for there to be a blocker. Swings. Puts him down to 6.
Time is up. Players, time is now up.
Passes the turn back.
Active player.
Ambrosio draws. It's a Restoration
Then
Angel.
both players take a total of 5 more
Now you might be able to
turns.
hear in the background the head judge announcing that that's time in the round, but it's not time for
Yeah.
this player.
This clock is accurate for them.
Right, exactly. They have a time extension. They had a judge call.
All
They
right,
had
they're
to
gonna
move
scoop it up.
tables.
Game's 1-1. Ambrosio's got to be really upset there. It looks like what he thought was probably a win, now likely to become a draw. Just frustrating.
Yeah, definitely is. He wins the marathon game 1, loses the very fast game 2 on a mold of 5, and you know, whenever that happens, it feels like you're winning the match, but you're really not. Game score's 1-1. It doesn't matter how long the games were. It just matters that you have to win game 3. So I know we haven't seen much of this matchup yet, but who do you like in general in this matchup?
I like Kallas' deck. I think it's got. If you want to be a control deck, I'd say let's go all the way and become a control deck.
Yeah, 3 Sphinx's Revelation. That's crazy. Copy that one with Chandra.
I'm not, as far as who's actually favored, it might be Ambrosio. I have a hunch that his deck is just a better tuned, better oiled machine. Its cards seem like he's able to be more aggro and more control at the same time, would be my guess.
Right.
But Kallas' deck is very interesting. And it may have an edge. It's possible.
Now, if I was Ambrosio, I definitely would have sided in all of my Supreme Verdicts or like up to 3, because it seems like the only way you're going to actually lose a game in 4 minutes is to a dice.
Yeah, I don't want to play that. I don't want to play for the draw though. I'd board in my own Geists. I just go.
Okay.
I'd go the opposite way. I'd try to win it.
Oh, I try and win it too, but at least have outs to Geist of St. Traft. At least a couple in your deck.
Trying a couple Centaur healers. That would be fine answers for the spirit from St. Traft. Turn 2 is going to cast Far, shock himself Temple Garden, cast Farseek, pass turn. So at this point, this is one of those things where if I'm playing, if you really want to tips for going fast, what you can do is just play Temple Garden, throw the Farseek on the table, announce to your opponent what you're getting, and then say the word go.
Yeah.
And most people, like, Thomas Kreese is sitting here watching, waiting for him to shuffle, then he's going to shuffle back. Like, if you want to go fast, you know, you can cut it later.
Exactly. Yeah, and Kreese knows what's going on. He knows he has to play fast. He already had his turn planned out there.
Land, go.
Yeah. And this looks like another untapped Temple Garden.
Yep,
down to
16 for Ambrosio.
And another Farseek. Yeah, I don't think Ambrosio's thinking about the clock enough here, because he just needs to land a threat and start attacking instead of take 30
I mean, this
seconds.
is the technically correct play.
It may be the correct play, but I like healer and then just play Temple Garden and tap there. And it's like I don't know. It's hard to win in 3 minutes.
Yep, and Kreese is going to double loot. Discarding Steam Vents, Feeling of Dread. He's going to hopefully make a Geist of St. Traft. I think if he can, he'd like to. Didn't draw one, just passes the turn. Kreese is probably digging in for the draw here.
Yeah, definitely. He has a Dissipate in hand. He'll be able to stop at least.
That's what I would do in his scenario. I'd dig in and just accept my draw.
Right. It's so hard for him to win in 2 minutes, but it's pretty reasonable for your opponent to win in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's clearly what he's doing. If this was a longer
Dissipate.
game, he might not counter it.
Is
here.
Ambrosio Ambrosio has the option, you can syncopate back. I think you do. And if you do, you don't stop and think about it.
Right. Either you go all out and try and win, or you also play for the draw.
Another
Kreese
swift
does have an
opportunity
Intrigue
for
Angel in his
Yep.
hand.
I mean, that's gonna be 2 dragons on turn 7.
Yeah. And at this pace of the game, we might not get to a turn 7.
You just have to. Ambrocio shocks himself again. Seems like he's buckling a little bit on the speed of the game. Jace is cast. Jace resolves.
Yeah, even if Kreese had a counter there, he wouldn't counter it because the Jace is not going to win the game. Not in a minute and 10 seconds.
And I mean, Ambrocio will take the angel there. I think the correct split is put angel by itself.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure Ambrosio was taking the angel no matter what was with it.
Yeah. Sphinx's Revelation for 1. You'll cycle it and gain a life. It's a very expensive cycle. You don't need to counter that.
It's like cycling a renewed faith, half of a renewed faith.
Yeah. Twice the cost.
Yeah. Well, Sulfur Falls, 1 angel maybe? That looks like he'll just ship it back. He's going to go for 2 angels in 2 turns. We'll see if he gets there.
Another land from Ambrosio. Weakens the Jace weakens, and he'll make Thrag Tusk.
Instantly dissipated.
And he has the mana for Syncopate. You're not going to cast it, so. And it looks like this is going to be turn 0, so we're going to go into extra turns.
Oh, and there's a Geist.
And you know, there is a chance here that Priest could win this game. It's pretty unlikely, but...
Yeah, there's no chance Ambrosio can, but there is a chance that Priest can.
Even so, not a real chance. But this is turn 1.
Yeah, not with the angel in hand.
Or that Thrag Tusk he just drew.
Right. That one's pretty good too. So right now, this is turn 1. Ambrosio is turn 1. He'll get this attack phase and 2 more after this.
So with these 2 drawing, it looks like it'll be down to just 10 undefeated players.
So next round, the top 5 tables will be the undefeateds.
Yeah, we had some pretty good matchups on this. We had Harrison Deemer versus Justin Uppel was this round. That was another two fairly well-known Star City grinders.
So Thrag Tusk brought Ambrosio to 19.
Yeah, and this is gonna draw. Both players doing what they can to try to win it, but it just seems out of reach.
Yeah, both players with a Sphinx's Revelation in hand.
Right, Kreese can make a pair of angels, and then he already knows his Angel of Serenity in Ambrosio's hand. That's just foolish.
Right.
Sure, do it anyway. Make a pair of angels, and he'll syncopate it. Sure.
Why not? Because it doesn't really matter.
Nope. Here's turn 3.
Ambrosio will be able to drop price to 16 and then down to 10 with the next attack if Kreese doesn't block, but it doesn't really matter.
Does not. Yeah, this play doesn't matter either. He'll probably take whichever pile has 2 cards.
You're such a nihilist, Matthias. Nothing matters
No,
to you.
this hand, it's a nothing. I don't know.
It's all nothing.
He'll take not the 2 cards. He'll take the Centaur Healer, sure.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, these are just plays, you know. In the grand scheme of things, these are just magic plays.
And we'll see if it's the angel or yeah, it looks like the healer. Ambrosio wants to make sure he doesn't die to any sort of miracle entreat nonsense.
Well, he can't even anymore.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, it's turned short. They wouldn't get to swing.
Miracle? Nope.
You swing with it. That's interesting.
Okay, take 4.
All right, I've got 18.
Got him under starting. Got him under starting life total.
And another one. Yep.
Can you beat that? I doubt it.
And passes the turn. So here we have turn 5. No player's particularly close to winning right now. Ambrosio's ahead for sure.
Yeah, actually, he's very far ahead. Although, Kreese would not have played his spells like this if it were a real game.
So game drawn, Kreese, Kallas, Ambrosio, Mireles.
So these players move to 4-0-1. 4 wins, 0 losses.
Yeah, it's similar to, you know, I think X1-1 at their record may be okay for top 8. It's not actually a loss for both players, but it certainly isn't great.
No, I'm sure they're not happy with it. I'm sure they both would have liked to have been able to play that matchup to its fullest.
Right.